300
mad.
million euro bid accepted for Mbappe, you know. Like, oh my word, like
Yeah.
what?
Isn't it like 13 million a week or something, like in wages?
Bruv, he's if I'm him, I'm going. I'm going for 1 year. Bro, bruv, he threatened to sit out the whole year, like what they do in NBA and just sit out the year. Bro, go Saudi for a year, set up your family for the rest of their existence, and then come back to Europe, bro.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I said earlier, me and Saeed had quite a heated debate about this morning. It was quite funny. I said that
Mm.
I'm sick. This guy, I get that the money is huge. I get the money is huge, but I need to see this guy go to a top league. And it feels like he's putting it off at every opportunity.
Yeah.
However, that money is just like, I mean, 13 million a week. Can you even spend 13 million a week?
Of
Like,
course not.
it's a lot of money. But do you think he'll go? Do you think
No,
they'll
no, he
seriously
won't.
consider
He,
it?
he won't go. What's happening now is they're saying that the French Federation is stepping in, yeah, to protect him basically because he's obviously the crown of French football, and they believe that PSG are treating him. They're treating him disrespectfully. I don't
Right.
agree with that. Do you know what I mean? It's the same
Yeah.
with the Harry Kane and the Tottenham situation. It's kind of like you're not treating a player badly that you're
Yeah.
paying millions of pounds. Like I don't understand how if PSG say to Mbappe, listen, bro, like either you're signing a new deal or you're leaving now because we don't want to lose you for free. I do not see anything wrong with that. If he's
No.
turning around saying, listen, yeah, I'm just gonna sit it out and leave for free, I'll be like, all right, cool, but then I'm not paying you. Like, it's got to be one or the other. Like, do you know what I mean? But this is the problem. This is the problem with contracts because my thing is, if I'm running a business and you're telling me that you're gonna stay, see out your contract, yeah, and leave on a free, then as the owner of that business, I have to protect myself. I have to protect
Mm.
my investment. I have to protect my business. So fuck you, bro. Like I'll terminate your contract.
Doesn't this work both ways? I mean, look, first of all, he had the chance to go to Real Madrid, right? Turned it down when he could have
Mhm.
gone on a free transfer, and he signed, if I'm not wrong, a 2-year deal, right?
Extension, yeah.
He signed a 2-year extension. Okay, cool. So surely at that point, PSG know the risks. You know the risks if you sign a player on a 2-year deal.
Mm.
You know that at the end of year one, the guy's going to start looking if he doesn't want to stay.
Mm.
But if he says, I don't want to sign a contract, they're within their rights to say, all right, cool, well, we're selling you. But it works both ways.
Mhm.
What if it was a player they desperately wanted to keep and he was the one saying to them, oh, I want to go, but they would only let him go for 200 million and held him hostage, so to speak. Listen, it is what it is. He's got a year left, right? He's got a year left. He's got the ball in his court. I feel like you either, yes, you try and sell him. Of course you do. You try and sell him. But if you can't, you don't just say, oh, you're not playing. Like
No,
if
but
Spurs,
apparently they said apparently he said he's happy to not play. I don't think they've said to him that he's not playing. They haven't put him sent him on the tour because they don't want him to play and get injured, yeah, and potentially them not be able to sell him. That's why they haven't put him on the tour. But
right,
I think
okay.
the rumors are, yeah, that if they can't resolve it, he's more than happy to just not play for a season. And
Right, okay.
they do that in the NBA though all the time. Like like them guys say, you know what, I'm gonna sit out because I don't want to injure myself. Do you know what I mean? They do it in the NBA all the time. It's very it's commonplace in the NBA, but not in football. Like in football,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
players have never said that. Listen, I'm willing to. Cool. If you don't let me go, I'm willing to just you get me, just sit it out for a season. Like
I,
that's nuts.
it is crazy. I mean, it was funny when it came out just now, like breaking news. It was, I didn't say shock news. PSG accept. Really? Is it a shock? Of course they're going to accept that. But I just can't see that. I mean, yes, the money is huge. The money is huge.
Mm.
I mean, this is for me. The shame of it is this is such a good footballer at the peak of his powers. Shouldn't be going to those leagues. Sorry, and not yet. I mean, those leagues at the
Mm.
moment, 24, 25 top players that have gone there, but shouldn't be going out there at that age. For me, and this is what I was arguing with Saeed about. It was a good debate, actually.
Mm.
I want to see this guy go into a Madrid, a Barca, a Man United. Go to one of those clubs, like the biggest clubs in the world, make it your own. Take that pressure on your shoulders and say, right, I'm the big dog. I'm here now. Now we're going to have years of league and Champions League success. That's what I've been waiting to see for years.
And he's going to do that. He's going to do that. Like, there's a lot of arguments to say that he should have gone initially in the first place.
I agree.
Know what I'm saying?
I thought he should have gone last year for free.
Right. He should have. He should have gone. But the problem is, he stayed because of the bag, But it's like the communication obviously isn't there. Do you know what I mean? Because if he said to PSG, you know what, cool, I'll extend, but after this stint, I'm not staying. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't know what the conversation was like. It's almost like PSG maybe he said, you know what, I'll stay for 2 more years, see if we win the Champions League or something.
Yeah,
like that.
see where we're at.
Yeah, see where we're at. Maybe that's what it was in his head. But they're probably saying, listen, we've invested so much money into this guy. We're trying to show you, that we're trying to build a new project, we're bringing in a new manager, getting rid of the big names and we want you to be a part of it. So maybe they're saying, you know what, we've invested in you, we're trying to build the club to your liking. Because there were a lot of rumors that when he stayed, he wanted to get rid of the bigger names like the Neymars and stuff and to do different things. There was a lot of rumors saying that the way they were rebuilding the club was to build it around him, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So now we're going to do all this for you, to keep you here, and then you're just going to turn around and leave for nothing. Nah. So we need to get something for you, innit? Like that's what it looks like.
What I'd be interested to know, Rants, is if this whole Saudi Arabia thing hadn't happened this summer, right? If there wasn't, let's just say there's no Saudi Arabia league, there's no money, all that. What I'd be really interested to know was if they put him up for sale now without the Saudi clubs, what would their actual asking price be?
It would probably be around 150 million euros, I think, because they paid 180 for him, I believe. So I reckon they would let him go for like 150 million euros.
And who could pay that?
Real Madrid. That's who he wants to go to.
So essentially, this was not a transfer list as in everybody come bidding. It was, hey, Madrid, your guy's available. Now, okay, let me throw it another way then, Reds. If you're Real Madrid, I mean, you want Mbappe. Are you not thinking to yourself, hang on, we offered this guy a deal last year to come and join us on a free. Now, 12 months later, we've got to pay 150 million euros for him.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? And then we're still going to have to pay him the same salary we would have paid him before. Yo, it's bullshit. This is exactly what I'm saying. Like, Mbappe played himself.
I agree. And this is why last year when I said loads of times, I'm so disappointed because of how good he is that he stayed. I truly thought, go to Madrid. I thought like most people, thought he was going to Madrid last year. Thought go to Madrid. Benzema will have one more year. Cement yourself. It would have been Benzema, Mbappe, and Vinicius Jr. in some way. Then go and be the player there for the next decade. Then when he signs for PSG, you do think to yourself, like you said there, he played himself.
Yep.
But I suppose if I take my hat off, which is the hat of me wanting to see him in one of the top leagues in Europe, one of the best clubs in the world, it's a no-brainer. If I'm going to go to Saudi Arabia for 1 year, pick up 700 million in salary for the year. If they are, no offense, if they are dumb enough to pay 300 million euros for a player that's going to play for you for 1 year, go do it.
Bro, I would tell them, I'll sit down with these Saudis and say, listen, you guys, I'm going to Real Madrid for free next season, innit? If you're cool with that, then say no more. I'll come through in it and do a little ambassador thing for you lot for 1 season, 700 million. I'll do it. Do you know what I mean? Because, bro, you're going to make me a billionaire. Yeah. You're going to make me a billionaire for kicking a ball for 1 year. Say no more.
But don't come back to me in 9 months and start talking to me about a contract extension.
That's it. Don't talk to me because I've already got the deal in place, innit? I'm going.
It's madness. Look, I get it. Listen, I don't want to, I don't want to be contradictory to what I was saying on Side's channel. Look, I really don't want him to go. I want him to go to Madrid, but I get it. 700 million in tax-free money. I mean, but is there a danger, Rants, of is there a danger of the fact he's going to have £700 million from that, plus whatever bonuses he gets, plus whatever he's already made in his career? Are we going to get to the point where, okay, he might go to Real Madrid, but has the desire gone? Has
Oh
the
yeah,
hunger gone?
of course, Sabab, of course it
Do you
has.
know what I
But
mean? Like,
come on, let's be honest, yeah. Like the desire has gone, yeah, like in life for a lot of people. Like, you know what I mean?
sure.
It's not just him. It's not, bro. This generation in general, like, bruv, his generation right now, the desire's gone in it. Like, that's just how it is. This is like people talk about when people talk about life in general. Yeah, this is probably the easiest it's been. Yeah, to be alive. Do you know what I mean? Like, bro, like even though, listen, life has been harder, yeah. And I know we talk about like property prices and all these other things, yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, let's be honest, yeah. That's only really an issue, yeah, because we give a shit. You know what I mean? Like, we don't really need to give a shit. In Europe, yeah, in the UK, we're one of the only countries in Europe where people even buy properties. My sister lives in Germany. No one buys their houses; they just rent, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? And no one thinks about buying a house. Do you know what I'm saying? But like, bro, every day, like you walk down the streets now, it's like, come on, bruv. Like, what hundreds of years ago, these guys are having to hunt their food and shit. You know what I'm saying? Going 3-4 days, 5 days, a week without eating, worried about someone bigger than you coming in and beating you up and taking your woman from you and that. Like, bro, listen, man ain't got no real fucking worries in life right now. If you live in the Western world, like, do you know what I'm saying? If you live in the West right now, yeah, like you're not worried enough, bruv. Everyone's complaining about their life, but everyone's got a mobile phone, everyone's got internet, everyone's got a car. Do you know what I mean? So as much as these guys are worried, like saying, "Oh yeah, their life's hard, bruv," like what are you really worried about? If you was that worried, yeah, like there would have been a rebellion a long time ago and all these things. Like these guys are their bellies are too full to overthrow governments and that now. Do you know what I mean? Like no one's really stressed like that. So the general hunger of humanity has died immensely in it. So like the
Absolutely.
are nowhere near as hungry as the guys of the era of Graham Souness's that still have to work because they didn't make enough money playing football. Do you know what I mean? Even the Roy Keanes and that, who go down the Man United legend, that guy never made enough money in his career to retire. Like he didn't, bruv. He probably never made 100 grand a week in his whole career. Do you know what I mean? And now fucking players are starting out on 100 grand a week. So, like, really and truly, like, there's no way Mbappe's as hungry as Thierry Henry was. Do you know what I mean? And so on. Of course he's not. Why would he be?
Yeah, no, I think that's the difference for me. Listen, at the end of the day, he's going to do it. I think that's going to happen. Someone put a really good point in the chat where they said that does that now mean that Real Madrid that PSG will reject if Madrid did come in with 150 million? Would they now reject that because they've had the 250 million, whatever it is from Saudi? But one thing is for sure is I just think it really does. Once you start looking at players that don't have the same hunger, what is that desire to be the best? Like Ronaldo had it as a kid. He had no money, right? No money, right? The wages they were on, yeah, it was good, but wasn't like 700 million a year. That desire that Messi had to be the best, Ronaldo had to be the best, Ronaldinho, like these players had a desire, a hunger. You know, nowadays it's, are we giving them so much that when he does go to Madrid, it's like, you know, even when I see fans go now, yeah, but he's won a World Cup. It's like, yeah, cool. Just because you won the World Cup at 18, that should spur you on. When you're as good as him, that should make you want more. Like that should make you want to be the best. But
everyone's motivation is different though, and that's the thing. And there's nothing wrong with that. Some players want to be the best. Some players just want to be extremely comfortable, bro. And like at his age, you know what I mean? Like as much as I might want to be the best, yeah, I'm taking that money for a year.